I thought I'd do a short video on a new feature that I've been working on for Engine Driver. At this point it's highly experimental and definitely has some issues, but I'm interested to see what other people think of it, so I'm just going to do the video. Traditionally it's quite difficult to deal with sound locos, the functions that if you're using different sound chips in different locomotives and you want to consist them together and get a similar result. So to kind of show how that might look, I'm just going to bring the three dummy locos that I've created up here, X, X, 1, 2, and 3. And in one you can see I've got on 13, 14, 15 and 16 I've got X, Y, Y, Z, 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 A. On 2 I've got a couple of extra ones in between, and then they're on 15, 16, 17 and 18. And then on 3 I've got 4 extra dummies in between, then my 3 ones that I want to play with. So that's sort of emulating the fact that different sounds might be on different functions. So what I've done in Engine Driver, I'll just bring up two emulators or virtual machines so that I can show you. Oops, didn't need to get there. I've just brought up those same three locos, and you can see on this, you can see there's my X, Y, Y, etc. And in here you can see that I've got a couple of extra steps in between before you get to my things that I want to test. And then again I've got a few more, and there's my things that I want to test. So that's just to show you what's going on. Over here is where I've actually got the experimental thing set up. I've got those 3 in a consist, and I've also gone and used the default labels, and then I've deliberately gone through and set my own labels inside Engine Driver, independent of what happens to be inside the roster entries for it. I've just left bell, horn, light and horn on the first 3, but there's my X, Y, Y, Z, 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 and A, and they're on 4, 5, 6 and 7. As you saw before, the other ones are on 13 or other numbers. So under normal circumstances that wouldn't work. That would play or do something completely different. The other thing that I've now added is a brand new screen that now allows me to do something further with those. So what I can now say, I'm just primarily looking at these ones, is that for that function that I've got labeled in Engine Driver, only play it on the lead loco, and this one only play it on the trail loco, that one play it on the lead and the trail, and that one play it on all. The latching functionality I haven't got working yet, but that will just so that the buttons don't stay highlighted, but I'll get to that shortly. But just to see that in action then, there's my things there, and if I watch over on my 1, 2 and 3, if I click X, because that was set at lead only, Y, that was set at trail only, and Z was set and lead and trail only, and A was set on all of them. So yeah, that's the guts behind it. It means that you can actually have an independent set of labels and have different functions and different locos, and they will actually play the correct things. That's a theory anyway. I'll be interested to see what people think.